Here's your business brief. First, let's take a look at mortgage demand. It is down. This according to the Mortgage Bankers Association's weekly report. Here are the numbers. Applications to refinance a home loan down about 4% last week. Now the big number here is in comparison to this time a year ago. That's down a whopping 39%. Applications to refinance a home loan did increase, but that was marginal, jumping to 3.28% from 3.26%. Home construction down in February, this according to the Commerce Department report out earlier today. Here are those numbers. Construction decreased by a little more than 10% in February. Now that compared to January. It's also down from last year, that by about 9%. Now, the move is largely attributed to the harsh weather that blanketed much of the country last month. Speaking of which, about 24,000 Texans could have their energy bills forgiven. This following the massive winter storm that drove up energy prices last month across the Lone Star State. This is because of a new lawsuit filed by Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton. It's against the energy company Griddy. The lawsuit would protect customers from having to pay a whopping $29 million in unpaid bills. This comes only days after the company filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Now to the latest on the race to vaccinate against COVID-19. Apple has announced they're going to include COVID-19 vaccination centers on Apple Maps. The company announced the move yesterday. At first, the rollout will include 20,000 locations nationwide. The company says it will be adding more in the coming weeks. This as the data pours in. They're working with tools including Vaccine Finder. Now, that was a tool developed by Boston Children's Hospital, as well as data submitted by labs and other healthcare providers around the country. Honda has announced they're halting production at its North American plants. This amid the semiconductor chip shortage gripping much of the auto industry. Now the stoppage will start next Monday and last about a week. Usually the automaker makes about 30,000 new vehicles every week. Toyota is making a similar move, but they're citing a different shortage, this in petrochemicals. Finally, Toys R Us could be making a comeback. WHP Global announced they've acquired the controlling interest of True Kids. Now that's the parent company for both Toys R Us and Babies R Us. They intend to open physical stores once again in North America. They will include their flagship brick and mortar locations as well as some pop-ups and even some airport locations. The company says they hope to have some stores open ahead of the holiday season. And that's your business brief. I'm Hirschfeld in New York.